Um,
Do not be attracted to fictional women.
bruh, you just said that right when we started.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How can you say that?
Bruh. Oh my good lord. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with another stream. Unfreaking believable. We already had a Tyrone moment. Not even. Oh, good lord.
Sorry, guys.
Guys, look, it's Ohio.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, everybody, we are back for the final 2023 predictions for Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Mississippi, blah, blah, blah. We're going over a lot of stuff today. There's a lot of stuff happening tomorrow, and did we miss anything? New Jersey, maybe, right?
Yeah, New Jersey has legislative elections.
Well, either way, all right. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, but first, before I continue with today's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and
join the channel today,
yeah,
please.
Join the
please,
channel.
I need to be fed. Please, I don't think you understand. He doesn't pay me for these things. He holds me in his basement. No, but you guys, it's $1 a month.
Yeah, join.
It's dirt cheap. Please join. Like, you can get like with current Bidenomics inflation. Which would you rather do? Support rap for 6 months, or get a fucking coffee at Starbucks? Woke bucks. Woke bucks.
But also, like usual, especially in a stream like this, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, whatever you want for sure answered, best way to get them answered as well through the chat via the, super chat. Again, I'll try to read through the chat, but on a prediction stream that's going to be like, knowing my luck, 2 hours long. It's a lot of stuff to go over, so dear lord.
Wasserman called it.
Good lord. Before I forget, we actually have some other people here. Mr. Yeet, obviously you heard him. Tyrone, James, and we actually got somebody different today. Mr. Blumph.
Hey.
Well, only one of them speaking, yeah.
Mr. Blumph, the legend himself on Twitter. Go follow him. President Blumph. He's a great guy, I think. What?
I think Wasserman called it.
Wasserman called it. Princess Rider for 5. My predictions. Ohio, abortion and weed win. Kentucky, F it. Cameron wins. Virginia, Republican House and Democrat Senate. It's New Jersey, GOP makes gains, but Dem retains. Mississippi, Presley wins. Those are some pretty good predictions, I would say. I think those are...
I'd say that's
the only one that's not good is Presley winning. Tate Reeves going to win close to safe, if not straight.
Yeah, so we have a lot to talk about. Should we... How should we do this? Should we start with New Jersey?
Let's do Ohio because Ohio's on the screen.
Yeah, so I set up to where we're going to see, like, I would say the least impactful elections to most impactful or kind of like that, Ohio has a couple referendums. They're not, they're important, but it's like, they're not as big as Pennsylvania or, Kentucky and stuff. So Ohio, we have 2 referendums, one on abortion and one on weed, if I'm not mistaken. That's the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think
the second one's weed, the first one's technically not abortion. But the way that Democrats frame it would basically it would basically secure the rights of abortion.
Yeah, so I think we could start off with the weed amendment. I don't see how it fails.
I'm telling you, it's a safe margin.
It's gonna win by so much is unbelievable. James, what do you think about the weed referendum?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen much even resistance to the weed referendum. I mean, there's not. I don't know. I think most people don't really.
I think they've given up on.
Yeah,
I don't think many like. Yeah, no one's really trying.
Weed is one of those issues where the cultural right has given up. I mean, like, firearms is basically something the left has given up on at this point, but, like, with weed, the right's given up on it.
The only place the right hasn't is Oklahoma.
Which is weird. So random. It's Oklahoma that failed. But, yeah, I think issue 2, that's issue 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's issue. So, issue 2, I think, is going to succeed by, like, by 20 points, if we're being honest here. I don't see how it's, like, within 10. I mean, it's an issue where it's like, who's against at this point? I mean, it's like,
boomers.
Realistically. Well,
Yeah,
It's-
just boomer
boomer
cons that voted for George Bush and all that.
Prince Writer for 2. Forget Pennsylvania. Based on what I saw today, Republican wins it. Ooh, Pennsylvania's gonna be definitely a discussion, I think, here. But yeah, I think issue 2 is gonna be the one that succeeds easily. And Democrats were smart with this one. They put weed and abortion on the referendum at the same time, so they're gonna get their base out. Because that's a problem they've been having. We saw this in Louisiana. Well, kind of. They're not voting. A lot of their voters are just saying, screw it, we're not voting. So they're trying to get their base out with weed. And it was actually very smart of them to do it right when they had an abortion question. And speaking of abortion, how do we think that's going to go?
The Midwest is pretty pro-choice, so maybe around
The thing a
something
lot
like
of
that.
people fail to consider and keep in mind about the Midwest is that the Midwest is not a conservative region. The Midwest is a populist region.
Yeah.
It has liberal tendencies when the populists are Democrats. We saw this with Clinton and Obama. Really just like the blue wall ever since Reagan. But like when you have conservative populists like Trump, the states trend more conservative. But the area is just kind of more pro-choice by virtue of it being a populist issue, and just like being pro-choice is kind of like a default, if you will, because of how liberal the area has been for the past 30-40 years, if y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree with the idea. Like, I don't think that's like pro-choice and like, oh, they want no restrictions, but it's like they're against stuff like heartbeat bans. I think that's like kind of the consensus, I think. Is that the right word?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be I think that'd be right.
It's not, they're like the consensus in like Wisconsin would be like ban after 20 weeks or something. And Democrats are framing in Ohio like, oh, this is just gonna prevent this will still prevent abortion after like 30 weeks or something. But we saw this in Michigan. They said the same thing about that, and now they're passing some of the most extreme abortion laws in the country. So
I think.
Yep.
Let's talk about like the real meat and potatoes here, like the real 3 races people are most concerned about. Pennsylvania Supreme Court,
we're gonna get to that.
Virginia,
I just want to
and Kentucky.
I just want to get through the other ones that nobody cares about that much right away.
Okay, fair enough.
So Ohio, can we all agree it's gonna pass? I don't think it's gonna be as much
Yeah.
as the weed referendum, but
No shot.
I think it's going to pass by about 6 points.
Weed's gonna be a lot more popular.
yeah, I think it's gonna pass by again probability
I'm feeling around
prediction.
10.
I'll say like a 75-80%. You know. So yeah, Ohio moment. Yeah. So I would say that's kind of the deal with Ohio, that we're gonna see both referendums succeed by not quite small margins. But I mean, it could theoretically happen where Republicans win that first one. I would laugh if that happens.
I think it'd be really
All
funny.
right, I think
Yeah.
we should do PA next.
Should we do PA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
PA,
there's not
no
much
matter-
to say about it.
No matter I think that no matter what happens with PA, it's going to be within like a point either way.
I think the Republican could win by more looking at the funding.
So-
It depends
Oh
on
yeah,
how active
I
the
would
spending
definitely. I
theory
think
is
the
correct.
Republicans favored in Pennsylvania. Right
I mean, it's
now.
nearly 2-1, which is ridiculous.
So Pennsylvania, this one is going to be a tough one. This one is tough to predict, I would say.
Hasn't he gotten more funding than Mastriano?
Now this, yeah. So I wanted to bring this up, everybody. The Republican is outfunding the Democrat 3-1. Somehow,
I think it's like 1.8-1
or whatever.
on
Okay,
expenditures.
whatever. Yeah, on expenditures, she's outspent them by $600,000. On contributions, she's raised $4 million more dollars. Somehow. How the hell the Republicans pulled this off in Pennsylvania, I don't freaking know. But the problem
And you know what, the site's legit, because if you look at the Gov data from
Yeah, it's the same
2022,
stuff.
it's like 9-1.
yeah, so the website is legitimate. It's ran by a third-party group. But yeah, Republicans are actually winning the funding race for this one.
I think
no
Democrats
reason.
since it isn't a tipping point in the majority of the Supreme Court, Democrats just don't care that much.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, well, I mean, Republicans, this is a must-win for them. For Democrats, not so much, because Republicans, they have to win it to get a majority eventually. If they
I think
don't,
this
they're
is
locked
definitely
out.
the most important election tomorrow.
It's one of the most important. We
Because
also,
I'd say
if we flip the Supreme Court, we have the state.
Well,
probably.
we don't flip the Supreme Court. This gives us a possibility to do it.
Well,
in, like,
yeah, it
2
gives us a
years.
path to it.
Because
No.
Scott Presser brought up a good point. If we fail to win this election, we cannot win the Supreme Court for like 10 years in Pennsylvania. So it's like, we saw what happened in Michigan when they had a Democrat Supreme Court. Look what happened. That's not pretty. So this is a pretty important
Yeah.
election, I would say.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Do we want to talk about Kentucky or Virginia
Well,
next?
we have to give predictions first before we get to the.
I think
Oh,
Kentucky
right.
should be last.
Yeah, Kentucky will be last.
I think it's the
Let's
biggest
talk about
one.
Kentucky. Yeah.
Okay, so what?
All
Okay,
right.
Pennsylvania. How are we
Predictions for
going?
Pennsylvania.
How are we going with this one?
I'm saying R plus 0.5 or 0.4.
All right, Mr.
Like
Yeats?
it'll be
Oh,
close.
sorry,
No, it'll be close, but I do think the Republican will probably flip it.
Mr. Yeet.
Yeah. I mean, all we have is funding data. So
Yeah.
going off of that, we should win by like a couple points. But that's going purely off of. We know nothing else about this race.
To be
so-
fair, there was one poll. To be
I'm
fair,
saying like I'm
there was
feeling like
one.
around R plus 1 to 2, but that's with like a 10-point margin of error.
Yeah. Dustin Carter for 2. Kentucky's a former solid South state with ancestral Democrats. Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. But James, how do you think Pennsylvania's going to go?
I mean, with the funding and the one poll that there was, I really don't know. If I had to guess,
What was the
probably
poll?
It was D
it,
plus
it was
6.
yeah, it
D
was
plus
D
6.
plus 6, but 22% undecided.
Oh, so it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah. So how you going with this, James?
Who knows then?
I think it's just gonna be like, I think it's gonna be really close, but I honestly don't know who would win. I just don't think we have enough information.
Yeah. Mr.
Yeah.
Blumph, how do you think it's going to go?
Probably like R plus 1, but
R plus
definitely
Trusting the
toss up.
PA
I'm
plan.
trusting the
Oh,
plan.
trust the plan.
We're gonna flip Bucks County,
Now,
all right?
I'm going to definitely get a lot of shit, but I think it's going Democrat. I mean,
Well, I don't blame you.
we've had a bunch of bad luck in these elections. Wisconsin still
Just
gives me
just know
PTSD.
there's no shot. There's
mean,
probably no shot of it being as bad as Wisconsin.
I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, like, everyone here basically, there's like, oh, it's like we're being conservative, and we're also saying we just don't know. Most of
Yeah,
those, it's mostly
But
the
I mean
feelings towards, like,
PTSD.
I mean, all we have is funding in one poll with
Yeah,
a lot of undecided.
I'm just
That's
getting
really
some-
not much.
I'm just getting PTSD from Wisconsin. We don't talk with Daniel Kelly. Never happens. Fake. Fake news.
He outperformed Menominee.
Yeah, that's a 1 overperformance. Congratulations. It had like 2 voters. Good job.
It's the Indian swing.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be like D.
oh, there we go. My
+1.
microphone works, no shit.
Yay. I think it'd be D +1 or D +2. It just, with Pennsylvania, it still is more Democrat down ballot. We saw this in the governor's election. We see it for the attorney general race. It is more Democrat down ballot.
I think that no matter what, I think we all have an understanding that these are just like, these are not super solid predictions.
Yeah.
These are literally just, I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah,
this or that.
totally
Like,
vague.
we literally just, like, it's
Going-
fucking impossible to tell either way.
I think PA is actually a bit more red leaning locally when in the Supreme Court kind of
Mm.
races, because not compared to federally, but compared to their like governor leaning.
Yeah, well, yeah, but governorship.
I mean,
they
if you
won
look
by,
at
like, 30.
2021, we won both the Superior Court by a wide margin, Supreme Court narrowly, and we have a really good funding advantage here. And if my spending theory is correct, those undecideds will break fairly well for the Republicans.
Watch it like be a tie or something, like exactly 50%.
It's like the Senate primary.
Oh, good lord, not that again. But yeah, I think it's, I'm going Democrat leaning. Democrat or Republicans have not invested enough in the state, the national GOP at least. It seemed like they've kind of like ignored the state for whatever reason.
Oh, also automatic voter registration for the short period.
That is
that's been
true.
active.
That is true. If people don't know what you're talking about, Pennsylvania has automatic voter registration now, which means you're automatically registered to vote, and it's benefited Republicans. So, yeah. Is the Pennsylvania election a statewide election? Yes, it is. It's Supreme Court. And Democrat turnout was actually higher in the primary, right? Yeah, it was. Democrats had 1 million votes, Republicans had 800,000 votes. So Democrats did turn out more. Even the Republican primary was more competitive. I'm just saying. Hey, don't shoot the messenger.
I don't
Yeah.
really take primary turnout seriously after seeing Colorado in 2022.
Well, I'm not saying it's
You know.
100%, but I think that and early voting is another one. I'm just saying that.
Well, I mean,
What?
sorry. No, I was just gonna say both sides did have competitive primaries, so
Yeah, but Republicans
I
had a
know-
clearly more competitive one.
yeah.
Democrats, they were like, oh, McCaffrey was endorsed by everybody.
And
It's
also,
like Fetterman.
Yeah.
also since it's a primary, it's lower turnout, so
That's true.
that could also make us look worse.
So yeah, have we got our Pennsylvania predictions
yeah,
in?
I got a couple super chats. Prince Writer for 2. Don't forget Pennsylvania can accept mail-ins after election day. Yeah, that's a big question. Jason Christie for 2. I wonder if we'll get a 3 a.m. ballot dump. Lol. Again, watch out. If you have volunteered, you should be a poll watcher or whatever. Again, I don't think it's gonna happen like 2020, but it's like, you know. PK for 2. GOP turnout will be good in Allegheny County. I haven't seen anything yet. So, how's turnout?
He saw
looking?
it with his mind's eye.
Yeah. I mean, what do we have mail-in voting data from Pennsylvania?
I don't think we have literally any data.
I think I saw some earlier today. I'll try to find it.
Yeah, because, I mean, I think I saw we had like a 500,000 vote gap or something. But who knows? I mean, I could absolutely see go Republican, but based on my prior history with these elections, I'm just gonna say it's Democrats. Screw you, Dan
Alright.
Kelly.
Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about the other.
Mississippi. Let's go with Mississippi.
No, motherfucker, Virginia, but we can talk about Mississippi if you
We're
want to.
going from least, whatever.
Okay. I looked on Twitter and I did find this about Allegheny. I linked it in the chat. The Allegheny I
What
guess
does it say?
early vote. It says Allegheny dropped a pretty large batch of mail this evening, 13,000 votes, allowing them to cross 100% of 2021 total.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good for the Republicans at all. If it's higher than 2021, that's not good. Optic Big Evil for 5. Are there any elections that are referendums to the 2024 election? Not really. None of these elections really seem like referendums.
2024 is going to be a referendum on Biden if
Well,
that
yeah.
Biden if that counts.
I guess, but I think he's
I'm
talking
sorry,
about like,
I
this
had to
cycle.
make a dumb joke.
I think if Cameron wins, that'll be sort of.
I could see it. Real American, the numbers of early voting Kentucky are 130,000 Republicans, Democrats 160,000, Independents 15,000. Yeah, we'll get to Kentucky. That is not looking good for the Democrats. The early vote numbers. Not good at all. And remember, it's a bit misleading because isn't Kentucky still majority Dem?
No,
Yeah.
it
No,
flipped.
but
It flipped
It flipped?
recently.
Okay, but it's
No,
still
but
like
the-
inflated. It's
yeah,
so
there's
it's
still a
flipped
lot
last
more
summer.
Democrats who vote Republican in the state.
So yeah, that's not a good sign for Dems.
Yeah, I think it flipped around like last summer. It was
Yeah.
pretty recent.
Oh,
I
should we talk about
remember.
New York? Because I think Bluff would know this. What's going on in New York over there?
Well, I'm not really sure. There's not much going on in my district.
Guys, I don't think we're winning the local dog walker race.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
one's lost.
But was it like a Suffolk one where it's like Zeldin's like campaigning for some guy?
I think
Uh,
I saw a tweet about something like that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like for the Suffolk County executive. Apparently, the Republicans are favored. And that's like a Biden
Yeah.
county. So
yeah, usually in these off years, Suffolk is a lot redder than it will be.
yeah, so New York, I guess, does have some stuff, but I don't think it's really like nothing like Kentucky levels of like, oh shit, we gotta like cover. Suffolk County Commissioner.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it's only local races, so like citywide or countywide.
Prince of Writer for 2. Don't forget the Rhode Island House election. That is true. We do got Rhode Island. Isn't Utah tomorrow?
No, Utah's later in the month.
Why?
At least according to Wikipedia.
Well, the wiki's probably wrong.
I believe them. Okay, Rhode Island is tomorrow.
Yeah, so Rhode Island. Apparently, there was a poll that had Republicans within like the margin of error or something crazy.
Wikipedia says Utah is on the 21st.
So yeah, I think that Rhode Island, Democrats gonna win that one. That's like a Biden plus 15 seat or something, 20.
Literally over.
Yeah, it's like I don't see how Democrats lose that one. I mean, I guess it's possible with like weird turnout, but it's like Biden plus 30, right?
It's
yeah,
it's literally
really
the
low.
Providence district.
Yeah, well, I
so-
mean, Providence is split between the two districts, but it's definitely the bluer district.
yeah, it's like if we could win that one, I would laugh, but we're probably not. Real Texan politics for 5. What do you think about the Houston mayoral election?
Hey, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's my boy. Shout out Real Text Politics.
Tyrone, do you know how much you know about that? I know a little bit, but
I don't know fucking shit about the Houston election,
Bro,
dude. I don't give a fuck about Houston.
I know a little bit.
Okay,
but
hold
I
on.
know-
Actually, let me fucking
you're the Texas
DM.
expert.
Yeah, I'm a Texas expert, not a Houston expert.
It's an oh my god. It's any
Hey, Tex, check Real Text. Check your fucking Twitter DMs.
okay,
Guys,
but,
did you know that inner Houston is trending rightward because of Hispanics?
yeah, I saw that.
I did
So-
actually know that. Yeah.
So
I mean-
I know it's Jackson Lee. She's running, right?
It's Jackson Lee versus I think a guy called Whitmire, and
Isn't
I
he
think
like the
Whitmire's
moderate
the more.
Republican? or
Yeah, he's like the
something?
moderate. No, he's not. He's a
Or
Democrat,
Democrat,
but he's.
yeah.
I think he's like.
Oh, so it's a
I'm
moderate
guessing this is like
Republican.
another. I'm guessing this is like. I mean, at least from what I've seen people talking about it, it's similar to the
LA.
LA race where it was Rick Caruso versus Karen Bass, where there's a House rep and they're running, and then like a more moderate Democrat, and they're also
Well,
running.
I think the moderate could win because it is a bit more of a conservative city compared to LA. So it's possible, but I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I mean, you would prefer the moderate to win that one because every time you elect a progressive to any of these elections, they somehow make their shitholes even worse. Look at Chicago and LA. I'm sorry.
Chicago is so sad. They were so close to getting a decent mayor,
Yeah.
All right.
and they just
yeah,
they just
okay.
got going worse.
After using my big dick Texan energy to
Bro-
summon and consult multiple other people in this state, we want John Whitmer to win because
Okay.
he's worse than SJO.
Gateway Politics for $3.09. That's very specific. Cameron November. We're getting to Kentucky, but first Mississippi, everybody. Peter Griffin versus Elvis. That's what this comes down to. Elvis versus Peter Griffin in Mississippi. Now, there's been some polls that have come out from Democrat pollsters that have the race within like 2 or something crazy like that. But
Yeah, there were a couple.
let's all be real about this. I severely doubt Elvis wins. I doubt Tate Reeves loses. I mean, you're talking about, and I know Tate Reeves not the most popular guy, but it's like, outside of that 2 polls from the Democrats, all the point has had Tate Reeves up by like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it could be a repeat of like the 2018 Senate special election where
I
Cindy
can't-
Hyde-Smith won by like 8 or something like that.
I think it will be like around maybe 9, 10, 11, something like that. The thing is, there's no way Brandon Presley at this point is doing better than the Dem that ran against Tate Reeves in 2019.
Yeah, I mean, his chance if he ran as like a real blue dog Dem, like he is more conservative. I'm talking about like, a conservative Dem from 20 years ago, maybe, but he didn't really run like that. It was like, ugh. Shut up, Meg. Yeah, that's Tate Reeves right now. But all right, how does everybody think about Mississippi? Like, what do you guys think? Margin,
well,
probability?
IRA, said.
Reeves 8 to 10.
Blumph.
MAGA Family Guy man plus 10.
Real.
And Mr. James.
Reeves 8 to 10.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's I'm gonna say Reeves plus 5. I'm gonna go with 5 or 6. Because
Oh, you're being more conservative with this guess, aren't you?
this one with Mississippi, it is a bit more Democrat for the governorship. It has been like even 2019. So I think it's gonna be closer than Trump or plus 10. I think it's gonna be like R plus 6. That's what I'm thinking. It could absolutely like be closer. It could be like a blowout. It's absolutely possible, but I think Mississippi will be closer.
I wouldn't say it's really much of a competitive race, if at all.
I think that Tay Reeves he is more popular than he was a year ago, but still, I think that
Yeah. I think it's around 9.
I think Reeves holds on. He wins, but I think he wins by 5 to 6 points. Rap predicted by margin point. For Mississippi, I'm saying like 5 or 6 points, but if I had to guess for probability, it'd be like an 80% chance that Reeves wins at least.
I've given like 95.
I go 80 because it's like, again, it's down ballot. It's a governor election. Who freaking knows? I think everybody learned that from last year. I hate some states, but politically, not like, literally, but yeah. I think it's R+6. Chat, what do you think? R+8, 6, 5 through 10. Yeah, so I think we're all in the range of 5 through 10. I'm saying 5 to 6. Everybody else in the chat's saying 10. 8 or 10 points. So Wasserman is telling me +14. Oh, good Lord, Blumph. Really? What's up with
Okay, so
Wasserman?
what are we gonna talk about next?
Should-
Louisiana.
Okay, we got the ones out of the way that people are not as focused about.
It's Virginia time.
Or should we go with Kentucky first?
I think Kentucky
Probably
should be
Virginia.
last. I think it's the biggest one. So we'll be talking about Kentucky the longest, probably.
Let's go with
so let's do it
Kentucky.
last.
Let's start with the state
Okay.
house, because this is where we're gonna know a lot about, or I should say, this will be I think a bit more easier for us to predict, because I think Republicans are slightly favored, or if not, it's like a 50-50 shot.
Wait, what? Wait, you said Kentucky State
Uh,
House. I'm confused.
Louisiana, no, not Louisiana, freaking Virginia. Excuse me.
Okay, I actually want to share my prediction first. James and I talked about this extensively. We feel similarly about this. James and I talked about this for a while. We feel like no matter what happens, it's a near guaranteed scenario that one of the chambers is going to be in a deadlock. I think that for a conservative estimate for Republicans, the Senate is going to go 2020, and we're going to have a 1-2 House lead. And for a conservative Democrat estimate, we're going to see the House be tied and a 1-seat Senate lead for Democrats.
So-
The issue with Virginia this cycle is that, relatively speaking, funding has actually been pretty matched. 1-to-1 from Dems and Reps. The issue is that we have some really fucking weird people running for these seats on both sides of the aisle. Like, there's one dude who's running in Loudoun County in a Biden 0.5 Youngkin 13 district, and he's like,
From what?
Yeah, go ahead, James.
Yeah, from what I've been told, he's like running a really weak campaign for like no reason.
And then you have the porn lady,
Which one?
and yeah, fair enough. And then, like, this one is in Virginia, but fun fact for the chat, there's a dude running for a state assembly in New Jersey who in 2009 smeared his feces on the side of a daycare center because Obama got elected. No, that's not a fucking joke.
Yeah, that's not a joke.
Good
He actually did that.
Lord.
And he's running for state legislature.
All right, so for those that wonder what the map I have up, this is currently what I see. I think Republicans are 45 seats that are safe to likely, while Democrats have 48 that are safe to likely. There's 7 that are going to determine who controls the chamber.
No, chat, smearing your feces on the side of a daycare is not based. I can't believe I have to explain
Bruh.
this.
I love chat.
Oh, man. Future New Jersey senator.
Oh, but I do think in terms of Virginia, I personally think, like, if you were to hold me at gunpoint and tell me what to guess, I would say a 52 or 51 to 49 to 48 Republican Democrat delegate map. Or
So,
not
okay,
delegate.
should we talk about
There you go.
each district separately? There's
Yeah.
7 of them that are going to determine
Yeah.
the state
I
legislature.
think we can do that.
Because again, this isn't perfect, but I've determined 7 districts or so that are really going to determine who wins the chamber. And the good news for Republicans is these are fairly Republican down ballot, at least from 2021. So let me pull up the first one. It starts off with Virginia's 21st. This is a district in Prince William County. All right. Let me pull this up. So, this is a seat that, where's the district profile at? Here we go. So this district voted for Youngkin by 3.5 points. It voted for the Democrat for last year's House elections by 2 percentage points. When you average the two, it adds up to like R plus 0.1 or something. It's something really close. I'm actually gonna pull this up. Where are you?
Yeah,
at?
shit, I'm out of jalapeno cheese crackers. The list is falling.
But yeah, okay, I got it back. So this district is, when you average the two, R plus 0.8. When you combine the governor election, you combine the House elections from last year. It's R plus 1 district essentially. And you look at the demographics of the seat, it's 50% white. And I actually think that helps Republicans. That's not as white. You know why? Who's not going to vote this midterm? Or who doesn't vote in low turnout elections?
Black people.
And other minority voters, but in particular, yeah. And
Black people.
black voters.
Saw it in Louisiana.
We saw in Louisiana. This is already a Republican plus 1 district. It's only 50% white. You know, Democrats are outspending them. That's somebody is going to bring that up. They are being outspent by.
I have it. It's a
700,000.
1.2 to 1
Yeah.
Dem advantage.
So that's not that big compared to like what we saw last year, but still it's like not good. Jason Christie for 5. Whoever that guy was would still be better than Menendez. Real.
Yeah, his name
Yeah.
is Joseph Vizzo.
But yeah,
Yeah, here, I'll post the link again, Rob. Can you open it on stream?
what? I'm not gonna show that on stream. I'm not gonna-
https://newsjerseyglobe.com/associator/assembly
Okay,
assembly
chat, keep it
candidate
optical.
spread fecal matter on
It just-
daycare center doors.
It's just factual. Minority
I'm
voters.
gonna put this in the here. I'll fucking put it in the chat.
Don't.
Everyone
Stop.
can go open the link.
What are you doing?
Everyone needs to know.
Oh. Okay, but yeah,
It doesn't,
this
it's
this
just an article.
this district
Yeah,
is
it's just
50.
another one.
Okay, this district is 50% white. It's 49.5% minority. That's a problem for Dems if it's already R plus 1. If it's gonna
Yeah.
be much more white than say 2022 or 2021 even.
Okay, is DRA glitching for me, or did Biden win this by 27 points?
What?
I'll screenshot. I'll show you.
Youngkin won it by 3.
What?
3.5.
Is it glitching for me on the truck?
Is it
Yeah,
District
might be
21?
glitching for you.
Yeah, even Republicans only lost by
Here, look
2.
at this. Look at this.
District 20.
Oh.
Yeah, that's glitching.
Yeah.
That's not even
Give
the
it
same.
the reload.
No, that
It's
shit's
the
glitching.
21st.
Okay, but
Bruh.
No,
I would
yeah,
say-
I'm looking at it and I see the same thing.
Oh. Oh.
bro. Okay, so I think this district is, I would say, it should look good for Republicans, but it's like, I mean, it's still, I'm not going to like predict how it's going to go, but I would say this seat probably go Republican. I'm not going to put it here, but I think Republicans are in a decent shot in a situation like that. If it's already 50% white, only 50% white, and it's already Republican, I don't see how Dems win that seat.
Yeah, I don't think it's a glitch.
That's a
Yeah, it's
Like,
not a
maybe
glitch. I
that's
checked.
doing
It voted for Biden
Oh,
by over
wow.
20, but it voted for Youngkin by 2.
What the hell? And
Yep.
okay, whatever. We're moving on. What the hell? That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
That's insane.
It's Youngkin for you, I guess.
Yeah.
The second one is District 22. Now, Republicans do have a big spending gap against the Dems. They're getting outspent, by $800,000. However, there is good news. This district is, compared to the rest of the Nova, compared to the other seats, it is Youngkin plus 7. And even last year, it went to Republicans by 3 points. What?
Nothing. I sent him an image. I'll post it to the general channel.
Prince Rider for 2. Isn't there,
There you go,
Isn't there a Virginia Dem that peed outside in video? Yeah, there was. Oh my! I'm not
Yeah.
showing. Oh my god.
What's
But-
the matter? You don't support the Marlboro Legion?
Whatever. But okay, so District 22 is 60% white. Let's see here. It's a bit more Hispanic than the other seats. And it's Republican +7. Or Youngkin +7 at least. When you average the two, it's like, what is it? R +5. So I think, these Nova seats are not looking terrible for the GOP.
It's also Biden +5.
I don't get, how can it be Youngkin plus, so whatever. Whatever.
And Dems have like around 1.5 funding advantage, spending advantage. So hard to say. It's gonna be tough to win.
Yeah. Now this is one that I think, I don't know if people talk about this one, but this one's fascinating. District 65. Now, this is a Youngkin +3 district. Whoops, no, I don't want emails, no.
And Biden +12.
This district went for Democrats by 9 points last year, but Youngkin won it by 3. So when you average it out, it is a Democrat-leaning seat. Now, it is 61% white, and this could be a seat that Republicans struggle in. Because with turnout, you're not going to see, compared to other districts, since the demographics, it is a bit more Democrat. Of the seats that are competitive, that's the one I'm most worried about for the Democrats.
I think this goes Dem.
Yeah, I would say that. DJ Aftershock for 2. 2020 Prince William County early vote reallocation estimates are inaccurate. Okay. Chief Constituent has been a member for 4 months. We live in a society where we have serious political candidates smearing excrement on walls, pissing on video, and openly doing porn. We need a flood. Yeah. I mean, the fact that's real. I mean, what the hell are the Virginia Dems doing? The fact they're running like 2 people that did porn, I guess. Is that what it is or something?
I don't know.
I only know one of them.
There's 2 of them apparently. But yeah, so I think overall for the rest of these districts, the rest of them are like the same as the Nova seats. They're more Republican leaning, I guess. I'm gonna just pull them up here. So District 65 is the one that should be worrisome for Republicans. Let's bring this back up here. Yeah, so then you got District 57. It's an R+1 seat when you average the two. Youngkin won it by 3. District 82, R +0.5. And then you got the other ones, District 89. It's an R+3 seat when Youngkin won it by 7.5. And the last one is another competitive one, District 97. Democrats won it by 1.5 points. So I gotta say, Tyrone, when you do the math of the seats that are, let's just say, Democrat leaning, like, okay, let's say when you average the two, it's Democrats. It is 50-50 for the lower chamber. When you just average the two. It's 50-50. Right. Again, this is not my prediction, but this is what, if you average them out and you allocate them based on the partisan lean, it is 50-50.
Ooh, we have a bit of a spending advantage in the 82nd district.
So that's why I'm saying, like, it's very possible for the GOP to get the lower chamber. It's not some impossibility some people think it is. I mean, you just need 6 out of 7 to get a real majority. But, hey. So what's you guys' predictions? Before I give mine, let's start with...
Did you just light all the battlegrounds as lean R?
No. I laid 5 of them.
Alright.
Just an example. I'm just saying, like, 5 of them,
Yeah.
they lean Republican. The other 2, not so much. So what are you guys thinking for the Virginia House delegates?
I'm feeling like the Dems win the state house, to be honest, but I haven't
Ooh.
looked much into this. Just based on what I've seen, I'm not the biggest fan of it.
DJ Aftershock for 2.
I could probably give a better answer tomorrow.
Yeah, DJ Aftershock for 2. Dave Bratt won House District 57, Gibson seat by 20 in 2016. Holy crap! He won it by 20? And now there's possibly going to be a porn star in that seat. Oh my. All right, so you think it's going to go Democrat, the lower chamber?
As of now, but I'm gonna have to look more into it like tomorrow before the
Oh,
election to
Okay.
give a better answer. I haven't looked much into this.
James, what about you?
I mean, I think it's going to be narrow. Regardless of the result, Though
Just
I
looking
mean,
at what I've
at
seen
least if
here,
I'm-
I think Dems will hold it or flip it.
yeah, at least from everything, at least from what I've seen, I feel like the most likely outcome is just like a status quo.
So you think it's like nothing's gonna change much?
Yeah, like minimal changes. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Blumph, got any predictions for Virginia?
Yeah, I think Dems are gonna get like 51 seats. It might be Jover.
It's Jover. So here's how I think it's gonna go.
Damn, I didn't even get my opinion asked.
Well, Tyrone, you already gave yours, I thought.
No,
I
I
think-
was
I
I
think
was
the
halfway
Democrats-
through finishing it.
I think
Oh,
the
go
Democrats
on.
will probably flip those those northern battlegrounds. Those three northern.
So, Tyrone, what do you think about tomorrow for the lower
If
chamber?
you were to hold me at gunpoint, I think it would be a tie. I
Mm.
think it would be a tie. If not a tie, I don't know. I like on it. I don't have any data or statistics to back me up on this, but I do think Porn Lady loses because people are not gonna go fucking vote. People are like, I do think people will vote against her for like. This is literally just me pulling shit out of my ass, but I do think that there's probably a chance some people who have not been polled whatsoever are going to go out and vote against her because, oh, well, she's a porn star and she did porn and I fucking slap my monkey every night, but we shouldn't be
Oh
letting
my
these people in the state legislature.
Oh boy. DG Aftershock for 40% plus of Dem ads are just screaming about abortion. I thought Virginia was like 80%. It was some incredibly high percent of just abortion, right? Could have sworn.
Basically.
So Tyrone, so you think it's gonna be 50-50?
I think the lower chamber is going to be 50-50 or 51R, 49D. I don't think Dems are flipping it. I think it's going to be split at worst for
Okay.
Republicans.
Looking at it a little more, yeah, I think Dems will probably get at least like 51.
Okay, I've been like going back and forth about like a week on this one, or like more like a month. For the lower chamber. Oh boy. Why? The problem, like, on paper, this seems good for the GOP, but it's like the spending in some of the districts are not pretty.
There's also just some dog shit candidates
Yeah.
for Republicans.
I'm going to say it's a toss-up. I think
Yeah,
it's
I can
50-50.
agree to that.
I mean,
I can agree to that.
I think it leans Dem.
I
at
think
least,
it's
like,
50-50.
possibility wise, is leaning towards them.
I think, like, if you look at pure party data, party affiliation, and, you know, partisanship based on last year's elections, Republicans have a good shot. But we got to see. If voters go out and vote, it's very well possible GOP gets Youngkin majority. But I'm going to just say a toss-up. I don't know. I really do not know how this is going to go. This could go one of two ways. One, Republicans get a majority, be like two or three seats. Or number two, Democrats blow them out of the water. That's the only two things I see happening.
Why is the GOP so bad at spending? Well, one of the reasons is because Dems get a lot of money.
Reynolds just endorsed.
And her career's done. Bye,
Reynolds
Kim Reynolds.
endorsed. Are you
Goodbye.
freaking kidding me?
We won't miss you.
Reynolds already endorsed.
I always hated Reynolds.
14 minutes ago, she said, "We need a president who has skill and resolve to reverse this madness,
Skill.
who will fight for
Bye.
you, who won't get distracted but will stay disciplined."
Hold on,
who
I gotta
puts the
bring this
country
up.
first. That leader, that winner is Ron DeSantis.
Rob just got the endorsement from Kim Reynolds.
Things always seem to happen on streams.
They do.
Oh, Trafalgar just released a poll. Shit.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, Trafalgar just released a poll saying that Vladimir Putin's going to win the
Oh
Russian
my
2024 presidential election.
Oh dear lord. So Kim Reynolds, yeah, it looks like she just endorsed Ron
Oh,
DeSantis.
What a disgrace.
Yep, it's official.
Now it's gonna be even funnier in 2 months when Rob gets crushed in Iowa
Yep.
by the Donald.
By Tampa Bay Times. She posted what? Whatever. Yeah. We need a leader who can win and deliver results up and down the ballot.
Real Text and Politics makes a good point in his super chat here. Yeah, he's probably
I'll
gonna
get to
he might
that.
prematurely declare Reynolds as a VP.
Rewriting the political map of Florida. Are you freaking kidding me? Trump did that. Oh, he rewrote the map.
A
That was
joke.
DeSantis.
Well, that's one of the most disingenuous things that
Or Trump it
that
was.
Tim say about Florida. Back in 2020, Miami-Dade being only D plus what 9? No, it's like 7,
It was
right?
6, I think. Yeah, 6 or
Like,
7.
I think it was
Yeah.
7. Like that was insane at the time. So it's just completely disingenuous. Oh, I won Miami-Dade. Yes, because the state changed since 2020.
Real Texan politics for what?
No, I'm talking myself.
Real Texan politics for 2. DeSantis / Reynolds the next Cruz Fiorina. Yeah. I mean, unfreaking believable. Right when there's an election tomorrow? When you're in charge of the RGA? That's why I'm frustrated by this. I can give a rat's ass if you did this 5 months ago, who cares? But when you lie about it and say, I'm staying neutral in this election, but proceeds to campaign for DeSantis the entire time, and then right before critical elections in Virginia, Kentucky, and Mississippi, you focus more on DeSantis?
Loser.
Loser.
Another super chat. Sexy princess writer for $2. For what it's worth, Governor Sanders is endorsing Trump.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yep.
Sanders is endorsing Donald Trump, but it's
At least
like
she's still loyal.
it's just like if you're gonna say you're to stay neutral, stay neutral. Don't do this crap, especially in Iowa. I don't get it.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is she can run for another term, and if she does, it'll be in 2026. And if Trump wins 24,
Oh,
you know
boy.
what he's going to do.
Oh,
And at that
man.
point, it's completely justified. It's just tit for tat.
Yeah, apparently she's gonna campaign hard for DeSantis. Unfreaking believable.
She's one of the most unpopular governors in the country.
Yeah, now she is.
Iowa doesn't have term limits, so she could run for re-election.
James, I just said that.
Oh,
Bruh.
sorry.
I was
I
saying
was just
that-
checking.
I just said that if Trump wins 24, he's going to make sure she doesn't win that primary.
Yeah,
Is it too late to endorse Chuck Grassley to run
Chuck-
for governor?
He's too old.
He runs for governor.
You know who we should? You know what Republican senator from Iowa we should run instead?
What?
Holden Blood Feast.
Oh my god. That meme is so good. Like that 118 years old or something. What's war to you guys? What's endless wars? But all right, everybody. Do you think it's time for the state senate in Kentucky?
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
Virginia? And then we'll get to the thing everybody wants to talk about, Kentucky. But first, Virginia. There are essentially 5 Senate seats that will determine who controls the state Senate. First, they are District 31, District 30, District 27, District 17, and District 24. These are the 5 seats that will determine who controls the Senate. And this is the problem that Republicans have for the state Senate and why people have it as leaning Democrat. Look at just District 31. It's a D plus 2.5 seat when you average the two. Youngkin won it by a 0.7. But last year, Republicans lost it by 5.5. And I know it's a local election, a little bit different, but okay. Let's just say Democrats win that one. Well, here's a problem. District 30, it's D plus 5. Youngkin didn't even win this seat. Those two alone keep the Democrat majority. Republicans can win the other 3, which is very possible. It doesn't matter. They 100% have to win either District 30 or District 31 if they want any shot of winning the state Senate. So chat, everybody, what do you guys think about that? Like, can Republicans find a way to get a Senate majority?
I had to look more into these specific
But
districts and such, but just looking at this, it might not even be competitive, honestly.
Well, I think the important one's District 31. It's only it's 2.5% district, or
Let me check out 31.
D plus 2.5.
Yeah. I'm looking at Youngkin. He won exactly 50% of the vote in this.
Yeah, well,
This is a tough one.
we have good funding there.
So the funding we're only down
roughly
by
even.
700,000. And I do think Segura's a good candidate, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe he's a good recruit.
Honestly, it might be like tilt them.
But here's a problem. The district, well, it barely voted for Youngkin by a half
Yeah,
point.
Yeah, but he sounds like a good candidate, so
Yeah. It went Democrat by 5 points, and then Trump lost it in 2016 by 6. Holy crap. So that's a
check that for
problem.
you.
That's the problem for District 31. The Democrats, it's only a D plus 2.5 seat, but Youngkin couldn't even win it.
All right, yeah, District 30 is just not. Yeah, that's safe Dem. At least probability, I think.
I mean, District 30 voted for McAuliffe, so.
Let me check
Well,
27.
yeah, District 30 voted for McCall by like 2 or something. But
By
I mean,
3, it looks like.
one thing I think we
4.
do gotta I guess admit is Youngkin's more popular than he was back in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could you say that again?
Yeah.
Because you just said
Yeah.
Youngkin's more popular now than
Yeah.
he is than he was.
Yeah.
What the?
I had a Joe Biden moment. He's more popular now than he was back in 2021.
All right, we probably win 27.
Apparently, District 30 is a trans candidate. Oh, good lord!
The Democrat?
Apparently, it's a trans candidate.
Oh no, and they're probably gonna win.
Is this true, chat? Hold on, I'll pull it up. Is District 30 with a trans candidate? Oh my god, it is.
Jeez.
But
Oh, well, that's gonna be interesting.
Republicans are actually outspending them here. Okay. What? All right. So the state senate, I would say. Actually, you know what? Let's start with James. What do you think?
All right, I think we're winning.
And like I think it's gonna be kind of status quo. I don't think a lot's gonna change.
All right.
Like, yeah. That's sort of my prediction for the Virginia legislature. It's just that I don't really expect a lot of change to happen.
I agree with that. I think that the district, I would say, it leans Democrat right now. Or actually, I'll let everybody else finish before I give my final thing. Blump, what do you think?
I think that Yog Kim is gonna have to pack it up
Yog
here. He's not winning the Senate. It's
Yog
gone.
Kim. Oh dear lord. Tyrone.
What's happening? Oh, right.
The state senate.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was browsing pictures of cute anime girls on
Oh
Twitter.
my sweet lord.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Oh my sweet lord, these girls are cute. Anyway,
Oh my-
I think Dim, I think it's either going to be a split or Dims are going to hang on by a fucking shoestring. I'm more inclined to think it's going to be a toss-up, but I would not be surprised in any capacity if it's 21-19.
Let's see here. Sam Madsen for 5. The trans candidate in District 30 won in Biden plus 32 district by only 10 points in 2021. Ooh, hold on. What? That's a 22-point difference. Can you imagine if we actually win that seat because a candidate is a trans Democrat?
Maybe.
I mean, I guess it's possible. I mean, maybe? But I don't think it's likely, but Mr. Yeats, I guess.
Yeah, I think Democrats are probably getting at least 21 seats. I think overall probability-wise, the state senate's likely to save Democrat.
I think it's lean. So, now, to be clear, if Republicans get 20 seats, they got a majority effectively, because then they have a tie-breaking vote with the lieutenant governor.
I think the only thing that could make me wrong on both the state house and senate is Youngkin's popularity, but
That's
otherwise,
a big question
I hold by
mark.
what I say. That's really what this comes down to.
So
What does it come down to? Sorry, I tabbed out.
I think my final prediction for the state senate, I think it's going to be leaning Democrat. I think the problem for Republicans is they got screwed with redistricting here. Absolutely screwed.
Clearly.
I mean, he just changed the map a little bit. Republicans have an easy pathway, but nope. All right. Should we talk about it? We got Virginia done. I think
Yep,
it's toss up for
it's
the state
time.
legend for the.
I think it's time,
to
we
talk about
tie
the-
Andy Bashir up and throw him off a cliff.
I think it's
I'm
time to
too
finally
bored.
talk about the Kentucky Attorney General race,
Attorney
everyone.
General. Oh, good lord! What everyone's here for?
Guys, I think we might not win this one.
For what everyone's here for, frickin' Kentucky. You know this.
Cameron 0.5 to Cameron 1 with the amount of independents that are defecting to Cameron last minute after the Trump reiteration of his endorsement for Cameron. I just don't see a way for Bashir to win because in 2019 he won independents by 18 points. He's losing independents fucking rapidly right now. That with the early voting data, I do not see a pathway for Bashir to win.
Well, let's just talk about it first. But first, DG Aftershock for 2. Sean Trendy's to blame for the Virginia sentiment. It was Sean Trendy, of course. It was.
Yeah, I think Sean Trent drew all of the maps
Well, that
for
explains a
Virginia.
lot. But all right, Kentucky. What we thought was an impossibility just a week ago. Well, it's possible. There's a possibility Gail Cameron wins tomorrow. I mean,
I think Cameron wins.
listen, I don't want to hear this crap. Everybody was saying he was done. But take a guess who stepped in the last second and bailed out Cameron, possibly.
Everyone in the great state of Kentucky, make sure to go out and vote for Daniel Cameron. Daniel Cameron. He's a MAGA patriot. We love Daniel Cameron. Make sure to vote for him on November 7th.
Freaking Donald Trump. And you notice the second he reiterated this endorsement, Cameron tied Bashir in Emerson College. And then with Data for Progress, only down by 2. But that's not all. When you look at the internals of these polls, Cameron's winning the independent vote by 7-8, like Tyrone was saying. Bashir won it by 18 last time. These same independent voters.
Yeah, and also when the undecideds were pushed on the Emerson College poll,
They were breaking for
Cameron had a 1-point lead. Yeah, they broke
This
for
is a
Cameron and he had a
problem
1-point lead.
And you notice, even back in the summer, I was actually, a couple people were bringing this up. I actually did mention it, but I never thought this would happen. Cameron, outside of a Democrat pollster, has never cracked 50%. Since
You mean
July.
Bashir?
Bashir, I should say. Bashir. The only time since July he's cracked 50%.
Yeah, he seems to have been hitting a bit of a wall in polling.
That's the problem. His highest was 52%, but that's his own internals. Anyway, that same poll has Cameron going up more. This is a problem that Cameron, I should say Bashir, may have. It seems like he hit a ceiling where the highest he's ever been was 52, but his median was like 47%. 48%. Well, now,
Yeah.
the remaining undecideds are all Trump voters. Jacob Max for 5. Cam Mentum take back Kentucky. Trump deserves a victory lap, like you said on Twitter, since Cam has been mediocre. Well, I'm not giving my prediction on Kentucky yet, but this is a surge. You don't go from freaking 40% or 33% in Emerson to 47 in a month. Trump and Cameron closed this gap, not the RGA. Yeah, I guarantee you. What?
Apparently, the
Yeah, and-
Cameron campaign has been handing out flyers that basically just groups him with Trump and Bashir with Biden, and Biden's horribly
smart.
unpopular in Kentucky.
That's freaking
Also, one
genius.
one thing I've noticed is that on the morning consult polls of America's most popular governors, Bashir has been consistently the most popular Democratic governor, but now he's not even in the top 10 anymore.
Oh wow! Is this on what?
Like, he was
Morning
consistently in the
Consult,
top
or-
10 most popular governors, and he was almost always the most popular Democratic governor until Josh Green surpassed him after the wildfires there. But he was still up there, and he's not in the top 10 most popular governors anymore.
Jason Christie for 2 reminds me of Virginia in late 2021, probably Republican flip. But that was over a month. This is under a week where Donald Trump made a last-second phone call. That may go, if Cameron wins tomorrow, that may go down as one of Trump's best victories for a non-presidential election. At the last second, he makes a phone call. And apparently he's doing a tele-rally for him right now. So, Cameron has momentum. The question is, however, is it enough to get him over the hump? That's a part that I'm still debating.
One
Because
problem with that Bashir has is that he isn't an actual moderate like Southern Democrat at all. He's a
Yeah.
total partisan hack, and he hasn't hit it.
the thing that's saying his last name. Look at Bashir in Kentucky. It's a big last name in the state or the Commonwealth.
Yeah, he's mainly focusing on the economy.
Which that may work, but Cameron has been very smart the past week. Hammer the Trump endorsement. He's the most popular guy in Kentucky. I know people are going to say, "Oh, you can't running on as a Trump candidate's unelectable." There's already people saying that it's hurting Cameron in Kentucky for being a Trump candidate. Unfreaking believable. But all right, should we do final predictions or final verdict?
Yeah, so
So you go.
I started off saying this was a likely Dem race months ago. I eventually moved to safety. As of now, after the new polling from Emerson and such, my cautious brain is telling me Bashir's going to win by like half a point, but my gut is telling me that Cameron's going to win by like 2.
All right, yes. You're saying it's like between a half-point victory for Bashir to a 2-point victory for Cameron, right?
Yeah, because honestly, I'm not. Bashir's really, again, he's hitting a wall. He's really hitting a wall, and Republicans seem to be coming home to Cameron. And not to mention the polling miss in 2019, where polling showed Bashir doing better than he actually ended up doing.
Bird for 5. Primary out McConnell, Graham, Bill Cassidy, Cornyn, Tom Tillis in 2026 should be a priority for Republicans. Also, Bashir wins by a point, 0.6. Yeah, a lot of those bows are retiring, like McConnell. So, I'm not waiting for your prediction, all right? But, okay. So, you have it as maybe Cameron the favorite. You like 50-50?
Yeah, just barely. Yeah,
Okay.
It's hard to say with Kentucky.
Mr.
I wouldn't
go
be shocked if Bashir won by like 5 at the end of the day.
Oh, it's
but
not- it's
that's just
possible,
Going off what I
but-
know.
Kentucky has horrible polling, so.
Yeah.
Go look up 2014 with McConnell. He's going to lose.
That
He
was
wins
so
by 15.
bad. That was so bad.
Mr. Blumph, you go. Actually, wait. Prince of Writer for 5. Don't forget Cameron was underestimated in the primary, and no polling showed Landry winning outright in Louisiana. Absolutely. That's a fair point that polling sucks in Kentucky. And just a month ago, Landry overperformed everybody's expectations. So, it's possible. Mr. Blumph, you go.
All right, I'm going bigger, going home, likely are.
Wow! Whoa!
So it's a huge polling miss.
Whoa, okay.
Cameron's getting crazy good black numbers. He's going to have Blexit, and it's going to send them right to over 5 points.
For real, what's your prediction? Is that your-
Brexit is happening.
is that
Get
your
that,
actual
it's
prediction?
happening.
Yes,
Get
I'm
over it, accept
His
it,
man-
move
his
on.
man-
gone
on
from
Twitter the other
safety to likely are.
This
in the span
man's
of a
on
day.
Twitter literally like a day or two ago. I'm sticking to my likely D prediction, guys.
All right, Tyrone, you go. Who do you think? What do you think?
I already-
Kentucky? Oh yeah, that's right.
Cameron 0.5 to 2.
All right, James.
I think probably around Cameron +1. I think that's my guess.
And it's up to me.
Just take all of our predictions and average them out.
They're all like, Blump has an R+5. That's gonna inflate the margin.
Do a median.
Oh yeah, median, sure. But all right. Here's what I will say. Okay, should I?
Say it, nerd.
I want Cameron to win. My gut tells me he's gonna pull something off, but my brain is saying Bashir wins. I'm divided. Bird for 5. If Cameron loses, I'm blaming Trump and supporting DeSantis 2024. If we lose the suburbs of Kentucky, it's over for us. What?
I think that's supposed to be
All
a joke.
I'm saying is that my name is Rufus, and there's only one
Hey,
way to
okay,
get.
okay.
There's
Okay.
only one
Okay.
way to get Ron DeSantis
Okay. I gotta mute it for a second. I'm sorry. I had to mute him. I'm sorry. I had
He's
to
out of
mute him.
control.
Jason Christie for 2. Republic R+69 420. Okay.
Crap, have I unmuted yet?
Yeah, you're unmuted. Don't go on that tangent, please.
I would have.
And he left.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm not actually gonna say it. Don't worry.
All right. Okay. So I have to decide. This could be like, my gut tells me Cameron gets over.
Wait. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I'm changing my prediction. Bashir is winning by 10.
What?
Look at the text chat, guys. Look at the text chat. I'm changing my prediction.
Oh, good lord.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah, okay,
It's
Bashir.
actually
Plus
over.
9.
Red
It's
Lion,
done. All right.
why?
Yeah, Bashir's winning, guys.
Red
Lion needs
Lion
to
on
make a
his
last
way to
second
flip his
prediction change right now.
Red Lion on his way to flip his prediction 4 times in 5 minutes.
Red Lion needs to make his pinned
I
tweet on
have to go
Twitter
again. I'm
a
sorry.
Bashir plus
Red
10.
Lion, you should have kept your
prediction.
mouth shut. No.
He needs to do that right now. He needs to do that right now.
Prince is right
That's
for
the
2.
only way Daniel Cameron can win.
Prince Rider for 2. Johnson just removed a McCarthy ally from leadership. Whoa, what?
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 I love Mike Johnson. Mega Mike. Spit it up, Mega Mike.
Go look that up. But yeah, Red Lion, he predicted Cameron's going to win, so I have to do the complete opposite. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude to Red Lion, but that's what happens.
Yeah, Red Lion is like the Jim Cramer of political predictions.
Can't find anything on that. Although I mean, it could be true. I just can't
We're
find
getting
it.
swept tomorrow.
It's Bushover.
But I
It's
think
Kristlover.
Bashir's a favorite. It was my preview.
He's
oh,
not
yeah,
my
sure.
favorite.
No, I think Bashir's a favorite to win this election right now. No, I did. Too bad you started it. God,
Red Lion needs to fix his mistake before it's too
delete.
late.
It's over.
Delete
Back
it.
it
Replace
up.
it with a Bashir.
Cast it into the
Replace
fire.
it with Bashir right now. Replace it with Bashir.
Let's see here. Cameron wins. I'm going with Bashir. I think Bashir's gonna pull it off. I mean, I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm just like, I'm hoping that I have a Virginia 2021 moment here, where it's like, we get to laugh at LT again. That was glorious. Okay. If Cameron loses, will he run for Senate? I think he will run for something. But all right, that's it. Now, we're not going just yet, but before I forget, if you do live in one of these states, Kentucky, Mississippi, Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, etc., get out and vote. I mean, this is a pretty big election. I mean, you have a chance of flipping Virginia, for crying out loud. This is Virginia's chance for redemption after 10 years in the gutter. Let's see here. Prince is Rider for 2. Garrett Graves is the one that was removed. Oh, Graves is gone?
Wow.
Loser.
I love Mega Mike.
Go vote.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
But all right.
I hear Garrett get Graves.
I like how he does this after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They do it
Yeah,
after.
Garrett. Yeah, here it is. Garrett Graves, McCarthy's handpicked deputy, will no longer be running the House GOP's elected leadership meetings under Speaker Johnson.
Good.
I like how he does the whole, this is still rightfully McCarthy scene, but he starts removing McCarthy allies. That's beautiful. We love Mega
Well,
Mike.
Okay, Red Lion saying Bashir plus 2, but for real, I think I'm going with my brain here. My gut is telling me Cameron, but I'm going with my brain. It's gonna backfire, isn't it?
Oh. Excuse me.
Peter Griffin versus Elvis tomorrow. Yeah, that's gonna be the one that's gonna be the meme race.
Oh, sorry, I keep sneezing. No, this is
That's a
this
sneeze?
isn't me.
I mean,
Yeah, that was a
honestly,
sneeze.
the main race tomorrow is Mississippi. If we win it, I can't really be too upset the other races.
Hey, Rap, if issue 1 passed in Ohio, can we do anything to overturn that passing? Maybe? Through some Supreme Court shenanigans? Maybe? Maybe they can, like, sue it and say, oh, no, they can't do it because, like, reasons. Brains are unreliable compared to guts. Yeah, but it's just, my gut...
My gut feeling
Sorry.
has historically been more accurate than my brain.
My gut, like, I trusted my
election.
gut last year, and, well, that's how we had, like, oh, good lord. We don't talk
Dude, my
about...
My gut
Don
says
Bolduc.
that we're saying that the Dems were going to overperform. It was right.
Well, after what, again, I'm saying Cameron can absolutely win. This is not a D plus 30 prediction like that clown on Twitter is saying. You guys see that?
I would like to point out that Red Lion immediately after hearing me point out his endorsement on the timeline said Bashir is not going to win.
Yeah, but I'm going with my brain here. My gut, my gut's telling me the other way, but I'm going with my brain. So we don't talk about 2022. Yeah, my gut said something about Don Bolduc. That didn't go too well. We don't talk about that one. That one, I listened to my gut twice last year. In New Hampshire, and I think it was New York, I got right. But not New Hampshire. Let's see here. So the only difference is over, all I say is Cameron. What? So the only difference is over Cameron. Bad brain. Yeah, but I think Cameron's my brain's saying to lose by like a quarter of a point or something. My gut's saying the other way, but my gut has the write-in candidate winning, Walter White. Yeah.
Jeff Young is gonna win the race.
Real. Didn't Jeff Young go bankrupt or something?
Yeah, he like spent all his retirement on his campaign.
He was dedicated.
All right. Trust your gut rap. I'm not, after last year, I'm not falling for it. I'm hoping I'm wrong here. You know, but
For me, last year it was actually the opposite. My brain was Red Wave. My gut was it's over.
and plus, if Cameron does win tomorrow, there will be a big cheer from me.
Like, I don't think I've had such a bad feeling going into an election as I did 22.
I had a good feeling.
I had a really bad feeling.
had-
Like, it's like, are we really gonna win these states?
Warsman just called for Gibson. Oh dear Lord. But all right. So do we have any last thoughts, any last predictions, any last takes? Like what? Any crazy stuff you think's gonna happen tomorrow? Like any hot takes for like a weird trends?
The Republican Supreme Court nominee will win Bucks County but lose Erie.
Ooh. That's actually that's a hot take. Ooh. James, got any hot takes?
None that I can think of right now. I don't have anything as like that.
All right, Tyrone?
I think Reeves is going to win a larger than average percent of the black vote.
Okay.
I think
I can see that.
Brexit begins in Mississippi, y'all.
And Blumph, got any hot takes?
Susanna Gibson is winning.
Oh hell no!
I'm not kidding. She's gonna fucking win.
Oh dear Lord!
I think the rep will win there.
Okay, my hot take. All right, my hot take is we're gonna see minority voters have the biggest shift to the right. We're gonna see like one of the states to be like a 20-point shift or something crazy, like Louisiana.
Yeah, no, I think it'll unironically be like Reeves who stands to get the most shift. Either Reeves or Cameron, because Cameron's black.
Gateway politics for 5. Last year, my mind told me Red Wave made the most sense, but I was always nervous that it would somehow get screwed. Same thing, but flipped. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, my gut's telling me one way, my mind is telling me the other way. So, all right. Can we talk? Let's see here. Can we talk about the Tranny Fest? Ooh, I don't think YouTube's gonna allow me to talk about that one.
What fest?
The manifesto.
Oh, that.
I would want to, but I don't want to get sued.
They want to kill you because you're white.
It's not
They literally hate
surprising.
you because of your white skin color. Do not be afraid to be white. They are coming
it's
after you.
not good.
Buy firearms. Protect yourselves.
Legally, of course. Legally go through the process.
Yeah,
you know.
don't fucking go vigilant. Don't go vigilante and start shooting someone because they're transgender on the fucking street. But they're absolutely gonna come after you. Some of them were mentally ill of them. So fucking protect yourself
anybody.
and protect your children.
Protect your family. Again, like, if you can, legally go, defend yourself. But
If
I'm
you
just saying-
can, legally kill them. No, I'm
No.
kidding. Don't kill them.
No. But yeah, the manifesto's real bad from what we saw. And others trying to say, oh, that's just only 3 pages. He was mad at everybody. It's like, then why didn't you release the entire thing? I don't know. But anyways, folks, I think I'm probably going to end the stream here. If you got any
Let's
last...
talk about a Wichita mayoral election.
No.
It's
I
a
know
Parson
nothing
City
about
in
it.
Kansas.
But if you guys did enjoy this, final 2023 prediction stream. Smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the social media accounts in the description down below. And of course, join the channel today. Guys, thank you all so much. This was a fun prediction stream thing. Tomorrow at, I believe, 5:55 p.m. Eastern, we are going live on the election night. It's going to be a long night, starting with Kentucky and then, what's next? It would probably be Virginia or Ohio.
Virginia, Pennsylvania. I think Virginia and Pennsylvania, right?
But yeah, again, tune in tomorrow's stream. If you know somebody that lives in Virginia, lives in one of the states, tell them, get out and vote. Vote for the Republicans. Vote no on both the issues in Ohio. You get the point. All right. Let's see here. New Kentucky poll, Bashir +5. Whoa, what?
From who?
Where?
Who? What? Where? Why? Who?
I don't see it.
What time
Probably
is the stream? After the stream ends, you will be redirected to the tomorrow's stream. It's 5:55 p.m. Eastern. Again, get out and vote. Share tomorrow's stream. I want hundreds, if not thousands, of people watch. Oh dear Lord. I want a lot of people tuning in tomorrow. Big elections. Big elections. Let's hope we have our
I'm
2021.
probably not going to be here, chat, unfortunately, so
Sad.
y'all are going to have fun without me.
Yeah, Florida dude poll.
I remember those.
Oh, good Lord. But yeah,
I think I
everybody.
still have it. Oh,
What?
sorry.
Go on.
I said I still have a screenshot of one of the Florida Duke polls of my congressional district where he said it was going to be competitive. And
The
then it ended up
funniest
being,
one
like,
was
safety.
he's like, I have a $1 million organization for polling or something. It's like, bruh. All right, thank you all so much. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's election night stream. Godspeed to all.